cool. It's a good atmosphere. So I enjoy them.
I'm excited for Oregon. What kind of challenges do they present from an offensive standpoint? Obviously electric, and kind of what are some of the things you're maybe doing differently to prepare for them?
Yeah, they got great athletes, and they like to get their athletes in space, get them on the edge. So that's gonna be a challenge in and of itself. It's just kind of keeping them away from the big plays and trying to limit their gains, and then just eye discipline. I think they do a really good job of trying to take your eyes and by using shifts and motions, and so that's going to be a big key. It was a big key last week. It'll be a big key this week. So it'll be a great challenge for us. I can't wait.
You're kind of going off this question. You talked about eye discipline. Just how important is that against a guy like Dylan Gabriel, and what has stood out a little bit in terms of some of your preparation with him?
I mean, it's extremely important. Not just with him, but with that offense. And so it's gonna be a challenge. He's gonna force us to do things that we maybe not necessarily have done all season, but it's also just playing discipline. He adds an extra layer with the legs. We've seen that all season, but when you can run the way he does and throw the ball the way he does, it adds an extra challenge on our defense. So it'll be, like I said, it'll be a great challenge. Get out there and fly around and just play our game.
Third time you guys have hosted a top 5 opponent this season. Does it almost feel like, just from a whole locker room standpoint, almost less daunting going into it? Like it's the third time you've done like something that's generally really rare and really challenging.
Yeah, and that was the message that Coach Fick kind of brought to us on Sunday, brought to us today, is that we can't make it bigger than it is. We have to just play our game, come out there, play fast, play physical, and really just enjoy the moment. We can't make them better than they are. They're coming into our place, so we just got to play.
Early in the season, when you guys played Alabama, Coach Fick mentioned saving a couple of things for that game and trying to catch them off guard. Coming off a bye week, another top. Do you guys think you might have a few extra tricks in the bag before it's on bye?
Possibly, but at the end of the day, like we don't want to get too fancy. We want to line up and play our game. I think that's gonna allow us to play fast and to not overthink things. So we don't want to oversimplify it, but we're gonna do our things and we're gonna line up and just play.
How do you kind of feel about bye weeks coming off of them? Some players they rusty coming off the bye week. Some players view this very energized. How do you kind of see it, especially going into the advantage?
I think it's a great opportunity to get a leg up on your opponent the next week and recharge. And we got 3 games left, and we got a nice little break, a nice little time to get our bodies back. But this is the last final push, and so we get to come back feeling a little more fresh and take some new stuff into the big game that we have this week.
What's the morale like in the locker room? After coming off a couple of tough losses, you mentioned the bye week, kind of recharging. Like, what's it just kind of around the locker room, around the team right now?
I think the guys are excited. The guys are ready to go. I think that bye week helped. The Iowa game obviously stings, and that's not how we play. That's not who we are. Now, obviously, we put it on tape, so it is us, and we have to go prove that it's not us this weekend. But the boys are excited. The locker room is good. The vibes are high, so we're ready for Saturday.
Going into that game, Coach Fick mentioned the goals. It's have to be physical, and you mentioned that they were the more physical. It's kind of have to. Is it like you guys have to look yourself in the mirror? Is there a different message going into a game like this, knowing it might be a different response, or is it somewhat the same message continuing on this week?
I don't think there's really a different message. I think it's every single week we have to be able to play fast and play physical, and that game we didn't do that. I personally don't think that's us. I don't think that's who we've been all season. But like I just said, we ended up putting that on tape, and so now we got to come out this week and prove ourselves that that really isn't us, and that we're a better team than we've shown.
So in terms of a second bye week, like what did you guys accomplish during that week? Besides obviously having a week off, being able to rest your bodies during your gameplay, but what did that allow you to do, both personally and for the team?
Yeah, I mean obviously you get that a little bit of rest on the body, but you get to take a step forward in the game plan for the following week, and you get to really just reset yourself, hone in on your craft, and you don't worry about necessarily a game on Saturday. You can just worry about lining up, getting your keys, and just playing fast. And kind of resetting your game a little bit. So that's always nice about a bye week. You just get to play football, and you don't have to think about a game coming up, and you just have fun and enjoy it.
All right, sound like quite a few young guys got more extra reps during that bye week. Did anybody catch your eye on defense and maybe just doesn't get the same type of reps during a regular week?
Yeah, Justin Taylor, he's throughout the season, he's taking advantage of every single rep he's got, and he just lines up and he just plays fast, and he trusts himself. He's got a lot of confidence in himself, and it shows. He had a lot of PBUs, a lot of tackles in the last week, the 3 practices we had. So he's gonna keep going forward and be a good football player for us.